Hey guys, what's up? It's Katie and I'm back with this quick little video about 6.2.1. I'm here talking about the global node, the boss, and basically my initial overall thoughts on this chapter. So first of all, I did actually enjoy this chapter quite a bit. I think it's one of the more interesting ones. Kabam did a pretty solid job on this global node, and it's definitely one of the more fun and interactive ones in my opinion. Now, one of the first things I want to say is I want to talk about these gates, like this cosmic gate right here. So, you know, you need 2 cosmic 5 stars to get through it, and initially I didn't really have too much of a reaction to it, but now actually going back and playing it, I think that kind of sucks. I think these gates should also allow a 6 star in place of a 5 star. So basically, if you have a 6 star and a 5 star cosmic, you should be able to get through. I think it's kind of ridiculous that you need the 2 5 stars to get through. The gate should be 5 star and above. That's what I think, and I'm sticking to it. However, that's not what this video is about. It's just something that I noticed and something that I wanted to point out when I was going through that I hadn't actually realized prior to it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is this global node, and it's called life cycle. And so the defender is immune to the damage from debuffs and has a shield that prevents them from being knocked out. If the shield is not already disabled, knocking down the defender disables it for 0.5 seconds. Each time the shield is disabled, its downtime is increased by 0.5 seconds, up to a maximum of 3.5 seconds. Every hit that would knock the defender out while the shield is active heals 10% of their health. So basically what the node does is when you knock the defender down, you get a little gray timer for however many seconds you have earned the knockdowns. Once that timer expires, the shield turns blue again. So you can see it right here. You do not want to land the killing blow when the shield is blue, otherwise they will regen 10% once the blue shield is up. You want to land the killing blow when that shield is gray and ticking down so that the opponent dies. Okay, so now the shield here is purple, so the max you can get is 3.5 seconds you have to knock them down, which is like 7 or 8 times I think you have to knock them down in order to get the maximum 3.5 seconds of downtime. Once you reach that, the shield will turn purple. So once the shield turns purple, if we take a look at this quick little video here, we have 3.5 seconds, and we landed the killing blow here when the shield was purple, and that caused her to regenerate. So we knocked her down again and landed another killing blow while the shield was gray, and once we landed it when it was gray, it killed Gamora. So basically, any champ can really do most of these fights. If you bring a champ like Hype that does a lot of heavies as one of his main mechanics, it's really useful. Or you can bring in Cap Infinity War or Starkey for power drain. Domino with the Incinerate Trinity will most likely wreck this. But really, any champ will work. When you have them close to dead, honestly, the best strategy to have is to save for your special 3, parry, heavy, knock them down, and then as soon as that timer pops up, boom, launch your special 3. Easy peasy. So, but in all aspect, I find Void to be the best because he can bypass that healing mechanic. So looking here at Kamala Khan, she doesn't regen because fear of the void, there you go, Katy, is active. So all you have to do is knock her down and let the debuffs finish her off. Most of the fights, from what I can tell, they're really not too bad, but when you can't stun the opponent, I can see that kind of getting a little bit tricky. There are some paths and nodes on the left side that might give you some grief, like this one here with Hawkeye, because he has Limber. So, you know, with Limber, you're going to run out of stuns. And then, of course, this next one, Black Panther Civil War. He can be tricky because he can reflect that damage back to you, and before you know it, you've been wrecked. So, but one of the interesting ones here is Mr. Sinister, and he's got this Dark Intellect, which is well-timed blocks against well-timed blocks against contact attacks have a 100% chance to inflict degeneration, dealing 90% of attack as direct damage over 3 seconds. So I actually think this node is new. I don't think I've seen it anywhere else in the game, but basically for every parry, you're gonna get a degen on you. So best work on those intercepting skills. Okay, so then we move on here to this whole path here is all stun immune with the Hulks and Hulkbuster. So in all actuality, I think Void and Quake are probably going to be the MVPs for this. Hype would also be good. I'm thinking the best strategy is to knock them down and then go in for a quick intercept. Domino could be really good because she has a heavy bleed after a special. So, you know, pretty much any champ that puts a nice damage over time debuff on after a special and after you get the knockdown is going to be good because hopefully then the debuff kills them. So then if we look here, we've got the boss, Symbiote Supreme, and he's got some interesting notes. He's got Prey on the Weak, Pilfer, which is rough with this one, Force of Will, and Opportunist 3. So you don't want to trigger that Pilfer. So basically you want to bring in a champ that doesn't have a buff. You do not want to trigger that Pilfer. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I did. Now, I initially went in here with Killmonger, and that was a mistake. I took like no health down off of Symbiote Supreme. So I decided to go ahead and go in with Void. I figured, you know, that damage over time that he's got is going to work out great. Void was really the MVP for me for this chapter. You get the Fear of the Void on there, all those debuffs, and you can stop his power gain. I mean, look at that. It's just, he's really not gaining too much power, which is fantastic. And I'm just kind of letting the debuffs do what they're supposed to do and take him down. I do kind of mess up at one point and, you know, face blocking at its finest. But, you know, we do get pilfered from the parry, which isn't too terrible. You're going to get that whenever you parry him, but it's not like a actual, it's not going to be too bad. But there I messed up there and took a couple of hits to the face, but we're okay. Mr. Sinister, the damage over time is just taken away. He's down to 14%. We're still good at 69%. We're just trying to get him down. So now the shield is blue. So we don't want to land a killing blow while the shield is blue. Now it's gray, so you can see the little timer going. He's down to 3%, 2%. So there he regened right there. He's got the purple, throw the heavy, and the shield's gray, and the damage over time just knocked him off. So Derek 2K, he also used Void, and once he power locked him, he just spammed those heavies, and down Symbiote Supreme goes. Now Seaton went with a different approach. He went with Cap Infinity War, also get the class advantage, and he basically just used the heavies to get the shield timer down to 3.5 seconds, and to also stop the power gain. He saved up to his special 3, which you can't really see it right here because it's cut off. But once he knocks him down again, there he goes, boom, knockdown, shield timer's gray, launches the special 3, and smoked him. Now, Cap Infinity War, he is definitely built for this fight. KT1 also used Cap Infinity War, but finished him off with a special 2. Any champ really will work with patience, which I don't have sometimes. Hobbit is using Starkey here, and he's basically going in with skill and finesse. I've seen Aegon and Domino kills on this Symbiote Supreme boss, but overall, I think he is the easiest boss in Act 6. I mean, let's face it. He's, no Mr. Sinister. Oh, that guy. But anyways, guys, that's all that I got. Let me know in the comments below if you have run through 6.2.1. Who did you use on the final boss? What did you think of this global node? What were your initial reactions of, you know, the chapter in itself? As always, guys, thanks so much for watching, and let's discuss. If you guys liked what you saw and you want to see more, please remember to like and subscribe, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and hit me up in the Discord chat. Thanks, guys. Bye.